Hey everybody, I hope y'all are doing well. I popped into the studio this Sunday afternoon. It's absolutely beautiful outside and it feels so good to be in here. I hope that wherever you are sheltering out this whole thing, that you are somewhere where you're happy and safe and healthy. I popped in today because I wanted to do a little DIY tutorial for you all featuring our new bracelet kit. So the kit is for making one of these bracelets. It's our candy disc enamel beads, and the kit will provide you with all the beads that you need to make one bracelet, including letters if you would like them, and then with an optional tassel add-on. We have a how-to on our blog, but I also wanted to put together this little video because I know sometimes it's a lot easier to see things actually in action. So we created this kit because it's the perfect time to focus on a mantra or an uplifting word or phrase, something that can help you center and ground. And sometimes we all need a reminder just to take a breath, not just a breath, but a deep breath. That's what my stack says. So there's never been a better time for us to focus on the good stuff and focus on the positive stuff. So I wanted to put together this little tutorial for you. If y'all do have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on any of the social media channels, or you can email us or drop a comment on the blog too. And we'll certainly answer you and help guide you where we can. Hope y'all enjoy this. You're too funny. Do a little DIY tutorial for you. We have a new kit up. It is for these candy disc enamel beads because we thought it was a pretty appropriate time to create some positive, affirming jewelry. So that is a kit I created, and then Sandra had requested let go. Sandra, I don't know if you're watching. This is your bracelet if you want it. So anyway, I wanted to do a quick little video and show you guys everything that's in the kit, and then just a tutorial for people who like to see stuff in action rather than just photographed steps. This is a really simple kit because the beads are one hole. I know so many of y'all love the enamel beads, but the 2-hole and the 3-hole can get kind of complicated. So these are one hole. You can use 1mm elastic, so it is pretty easy to just whip up a bracelet. It's also good for kids, because the 2-hole thing can get kind of complicated. And then you can add letters if you would like. So that's an option too. And then we have an optional tassel upgrade. So the kit is $35, and then if you want to add on one of our tiniest silky tassels, that's a $2 upgrade. All right, so y'all bear with me for a minute while I put my phone on the tripod. Sorry, I'm gonna jostle you around for a second. Okay, so the first thing that I do, and everybody makes jewelry differently, so this is, like I said, a pretty simple process here, but don't feel like you have to do it the way I'm doing it. If you have your own technique, by all means, do that. You do you. But this is kind of how I start. So you'll get, with the kit, you'll get 12 inches of 1mm elastic, which is more than enough elastic. We give you plenty of room. One thing that drives me crazy, and it took me a few years to figure this out as a beader, is when you don't have enough room and like you cut your elastic or your thread or your beading wire too short. And then the end is so frustrating because you don't have enough room to work. So I always like to have plenty of room. And then I like to kind of lay out my pattern and figure out where my center is going to be. We recommend that you do these bracelets. For my wrist, I like it at like 7 point, what is that, not even 7¼ inches, 7.125, I think that is, like that first little dash. This is really scientific, but that fits me really good. You don't want them too loose or they really slide around a lot. So I like mine a little snug, because it is elastic, so you want it to kind of stay in place on your wrist. So first, I like to decide on my color pattern. Let's see, any color suggestions? What are y'all feeling today? I really love this rainbow pattern one. And then we have to decide if we're going to put letters in it. Thank you. My gold bracelets, Gina, these are actually our Thai Buddhist bangles. So it is, it's actually a plastic bangle that's filled with gold dust. And they come from Buddhist monasteries in Thailand. We sell those on our website as well. All right, so let's see. Are we gonna put words or no words? What are y'all thinking? I am thinking that maybe we will do calm. How about that? Because I think we could all use a little calm these days. So, trying to get my arm in the camera. It's hard to pay attention to talking and to doing this at the same time. So sorry if I sound like I'm stumbling over my words. I am. All right, so we'll move those out of the way. All right, so I'm gonna lay out a pattern. So if you can see back there, I've got all my beads. Oh, thank you, Gina. I am so glad you find us to be inspirational. It's kind of a crazy times. We're trying to do what we can to give you guys some positive, uplifting things to do and inspiration, and we'll try to crank out a few more projects if we can and keep new fun things coming to the site. And for anybody who is listening, who is one of our customers and loves these beads, we are sold out of a lot of colors, not just in this, actually this size, I think we have all the colors in stock still, but the other shapes, we are sold out of a lot of colors, and we have a shipment coming this week. We are quarantining everything, so we are not opening shipments for 3 days. We literally have a corner in the studio where we're just dropping everything that comes in the door, and we don't touch it for 3 days, and then we open everything. So we do have a shipment coming. It will just take a few days once it arrives for us to get everything up online. Can you use chakra colors? Absolutely. So we've got this bracelet, kind of shows all the colors that we currently have in stock. So in the kit, you can choose whichever colors you want. There's a little box where you tell us what colors you want and what letters you want, if any, and then an optional tassel add-on. So you could certainly do whatever colors you wanted, and obviously in whatever order, because you're the maker with this kit, so you can string it exactly how you want it to be. I am going to work on adding some other colors. We've had people request some other colors, and with this whole coronavirus thing, production all over the world has just been kind of wonky. So we've been trying to restock the current colors that we have before adding on more colors, but we are certainly going to be adding on some more colors. So if anybody has specific requests for like specific shades, just arriving, are you using stretch cord? Yes. So our kit will come with 1mm elastic, and it comes with a tube of this GS Hypo cement, which is awesome. For anybody who's never used this, and yes, you get a whole tube, enough to glue hundreds of bracelets. So this Hypo cement, mine's kind of gunky, but it has this nice little applicator needle. Can y'all see that? So it makes it really easy to get the glue where you want it. You kind of have to pull off the gunk that slips out. But that is why I love this glue. So you get a whole tube of that with the kit too. Okay, I'm not going to try to do that on the camera because it's really hard, like threading a needle on the camera or doing math in the camera. So yeah, with the kit, you get the elastic as well as a tube of that cement. Ooh, sorry. And then all of the beads that you need. All right, so let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with y'all's questions. And then if you're looking to, we've had several people who are looking to buy kits, like, you know, for a few people in your family or for you and friends, or you want to make multiple bracelets or anything like that. So feel free to message us, because obviously you don't need multiple tubes of the cement. Feel free to message us if you want to get a kit. Like, we can create a custom listing for you that has like enough beads to make 3 bracelets or something like that. You don't have to keep buying tubes of the cement. And this week we will also list the Hypo cement as an option in the store, just a standout listing, a breakout listing, so that you can just buy the cement. So if you have your own elastic and everything too, that's another option. And then you can just buy the beads too. So we try to make it as flexible as possible so you can get what you need without feeling like you're having to buy extra stuff. All right, so let's see. I'm not exactly sure how far I'm gonna get in my little rainbow that I've got going there, So all you want to do is kind of get an idea for your pattern, or if you're just going willy-nilly, don't make a pattern. It's totally up to you how you want to string this thing. But I am going to start actually with my letters in the middle so that I know kind of where I am, because we know we want to fit those in. And then I'm going to kind of build the rainbow around the letters. So you just string them on, and I've got my tape on the end here that's going to keep my beads from dumping off. So especially if you're doing this with kids, that is can be a lifesaver. I mean, it doesn't matter how old you are. There's nothing more frustrating than stringing all your beads on and then boop, off they go off the other end, right? That's no fun for anybody, no matter how old you are. All right, so let's see. I'm going to put... Actually, I'm going to do, what am I going to do? Yeah, I'll just go straight into the letters. Into the colors. So if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. So it's a pretty straightforward process. You just string your beads on. And this is 1 millimeter elastic. So the beads are 2 millimeters thick and 4 millimeters thick, depending on which color. And I'm kind of thinking that I want some of the same colors available in both sizes. So like, for example, gold in 2 millimeter and 4 millimeter. What do y'all think about that idea? Anybody who uses these beads and who's bought these beads from us, or even if you haven't, would love to know your opinions on that. Because I feel like for like color blocking and stuff, I find myself wanting to be able to have the same color in the 2 different sizes. So if anybody has any opinions on that. Kim, these are our candy disc enamel Hishi beads, I think they're called. If you go to the shop section of our website and then enamel beads, you will see them. There's 2 separate listings. One is for the DIY kit, and I think that, well, it depends on how you're sorting it. If you're sorting it by popularity, the kit is kind of down towards the bottom, I think, because we just listed it. And if you're looking to just do the beads, I think they are pretty near the top. But the photo looks just like that box of beads that I showed a minute ago, because that's the beads that are in the photo. Absolutely. These are super fun. I made myself this bracelet a few weeks ago, and I literally have not taken it off. I take it off obviously when I go to sleep at night and stuff, but I wear it every single day, even though I haven't really been getting dressed. Who am I kidding? Me getting dressed is like Birkenstocks and jeans, but I've kind of been in like exercise clothes and yoga clothes because I haven't been leaving the house. But I put my bracelet on almost every day because I love it. It makes me so happy, and it's super comfortable. All right, so let's see. I've got that little rainbow done, and let's see, am I gonna be able to fit the rainbow on the other side? Not quite. So I'm gonna switch my tape over to this side. So, this is not like rocket science. There's no exact formula here for what I am doing, but there we go. And I'm gonna pull this tape off, and I'm gonna copy that rainbow back on the other side. Sorry if I have my arm in front of the camera, y'all. I'm trying not to give you like an armpit view. And we would love to see what y'all make with these kits and with these beads. So if you have a fun design or something fun that you make, please share it. We have a hashtag for WomanShopsWorld. The hashtag is my WSW. That goes for these beads and obviously for anything that we sell, or even some of our home decor stuff, our baskets. Please share, because we love to see what y'all do, see how our designs speak to different people, and inspire others. Sometimes you get an idea from seeing somebody else's thing, you think, ooh, that's a cool way to use those beads. that's the beauty of creativity, right? All right, so we're getting close. So like I said, I like to string my bracelets at just over 7 inches. That seems to work well and be most comfortable for me, but you know, everybody's different. Sorry, this is not exactly the most stimulating IGTV or live video that you've watched all week, is it? But hopefully it's helpful. I think beading is super relaxing and therapeutic, especially, you know, when they're easy and the beads are so colorful like this. They're easy on the eyes. An added bonus there. So y'all feel free to comment if there are other colors that you would like to see. I think I've got pretty much all the colors in this bracelet, all the colors that are available. Is anybody else making stuff today? Making jewelry? Are y'all working outside? We did a little yard work earlier. I'll probably go home and do a little bit more yard work. I am not normally a huge gardener because I am normally traveling a good bit. In fact, we were supposed to be going to India in June, and I don't think we'll be doing that. But so I don't usually have a garden because we're normally kind of on the road and traveling, but it looks like this spring is going to be different. So I worked in the yard yesterday, planted some tomato plants. We planted, my husband loves watermelon radish of all the things. So we got some watermelon radish in the ground last week, so we've been watching those come up, which is really fun for my son Jay, who's 4, to watch that. We've planted some flower seeds. Oh, look at that. I'm going to be able to get my rainbow in perfectly. That makes me so happy. What are the chances? Do things like that make y'all ecstatic? I feel like the world is on my side when things like that turn out, because I didn't really map that out at all, and it is exactly the length that I want it to be. Thank you, bead gods. Thank you, universe, for that little nod. All right, so these are the tassel colors that I have sitting here. What do y'all think? Anybody have an opinion? I'm gonna go with hot pink, unless anybody else speaks up. So these are our tiniest silky tassels, which, I mean, I say they're all my favorite. Every time I use any of them, that one is my favorite. Pink. Oh, pink and teal. I'm gonna go with pink since Kim was first. I'm kind of feeling the pink too. But I really secretly love them all. Like Sandra laughs at me all the time because I'm like, ooh, this color. And then 3 seconds later, I'm like, ooh, that color. This bracelet is just over 7 inches. Can you see the end of that? Yeah, there. So it is just over 7 inches. That seems to fit my wrist really well. That's what size all of these are. And they're on elastic. All right, so what I'm going to do now is you will also get a little needle threader with your kit. I put the needle threader through that little tassel loop. We design our tassels so that they're made for jewelry, so that loop is really snug, which makes it a little bit difficult to string sometimes, but it also makes it so that the tassel sits against your bracelet design or your necklace design really snug and really nice instead of hanging down all low and awkward. That drives me crazy. One of the reasons that I designed our tassels the way I did. So once you have your needle threader through the top of the tassel, then you put your elastic through, and then you pull it back through, and you have sorry, I don't want to pull the wrong end. There. So you have your tassel through the elastic, and we are coming down the home stretch. So the next thing you have to do is just tie a knot here. Boop. So, okay, so this is just a square knot. We're going to use glue on it, so it's going to be glued tight. So what I do is right over left and pull that through. And then I kind of stretch it because you want the elastic to be snug so that your bracelet is not rolling around and your beads aren't rolling around on the thread, if that makes sense. And then we are going to, so we did right over left, and now we're going to do left over right. And we're going to pull that tight. All right, and then we're going to hold on to those ends. And we are going to get our cement out. And excuse me while I use my teeth. That's why my tube looks like the way it does. Let's see, I'm going to pull that gunk off. Sometimes I take my jewelry snips and just kind of snip off some of that. You want to make sure you're not snipping the applicator. But you just want to make sure that knot is tight, and just put a little dab of glue. Oh, sorry, y'all can't see. This tube is a few years old, so it's getting kind of gunky. Okay, so here we just want to put that little dab of glue right on the knot, and you're good. Let that sit for a few minutes, and then come back and snip it off. Snip off the excess. You want to make sure you put that, now it's flowing like a river, of course. So hang on, let me plug that back in there. So yeah, you get this whole tube, which is really nice. You have enough glue to make a lot of bracelets. This is awesome glue. We've just started carrying it. I'm very excited. This is GS Hypo Cement. It comes with the kit, and we are actually going to have it available on our site as just a standalone individual item. In fact, I'm not really sure why it's not up yet, because I've been cooped up in my house with my 4-year-old. That's why it's not available yet, but I'll try to get that up for y'all tomorrow, maybe even today. Kimberly, yeah, you like this glue. I love this glue. It's amazing. And it lasts for an amazingly long time, I think, because that little needle plug that goes down inside, it stays fresh for a really long time. I've had this tube for years, truly, and I can't even tell you how many bracelets I've made, and I'll lose it and find it in a bag, and then it's still not dried up. It's awesome stuff. So that is it. I'm going to let that sit for a little bit longer, but whoopsie, look, while I'm talking, I didn't get my glue dabbed well, because I'm talking and not paying attention. So I'm going to let that sit for a few more minutes before I cut the ends off. But once your glue is dry, you just want to snip your ends, and then you're good to go. So that is it. That's our kit. Oh, you don't hear anything. Yay. So I'm going to, we have a blog post up right now that has all of the step-by-steps, but I will, do y'all hear me? I see Wear It and Wander says she doesn't hear anything. Do other people hear me? We will get the video up soon. I will try to get it up today. It depends on how much editing I do, whether I make this fancy or whether we just wing it and put it straight up onto YouTube like this. But we will get it up as soon as possible. And then our blog with the how-to step-by-steps is already live. It's at the top. Wear It and Wander, I don't know why you can't hear me, but I will put it, all this will be up on our blog and on our website. I will also post a link to the kit in our stories. Okay, Laurel, you can hear me. Awesome. And the kit is live on our site already. I will post a link. It's in our new products. It's also in our DIY kits. So there we go. And let's see. I'm just gonna, oh sweet, you can hear us now. So I'm gonna just flip the camera around again. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Whew, it's hot in here, the air is not on, and it's really hot outside today. Thank you very much for watching, for joining us. I will get this up on our blog. We'll put a link to the YouTube video on the blog. We'll edit the blog as soon as we get the video up. But the step-by-steps are there now with photos. How do you end the bracelet without the tassel? Yeah, not with glue. So here, these actually don't have the tassel. So, I mean, if you really look for the knot, you can find it, but okay, so here it is on this one. In between those two beads. Sorry, y'all, my nails. I had to peel all my gel off. First world problems, I know. It's between there. So you really can't even see the knot because of the way the beads sit. So even if you don't put a tassel on it, and like that pink one doesn't have a tassel. So there's the knot on that one. So you can see it if you really look, but it's kind of hard to see it. All right, so thank you all so much for joining us. Feel free to drop any comments if you have them, or send us a DM, or leave a comment on the blog, or email us, and we will answer them as we can. And we appreciate it. Y'all stay healthy, stay safe, stay at home, keep beading, keep tagging us with my WSW, and we thank you all. All right, take care.